Okay, hello everyone. So today is Wednesday. Let's get started. Now with gold, as you know, today is a swing day with gold, right? So let's take a look. We're still in the middle of the range here, okay? So it's a little tricky, but what's going on is we have a breakout here. Okay, so this is not looking bad. So this could be actually a nice swing day to push upwards, okay? And the market can keep flowing in that direction. So these are the trading hours I've got. If the market dips down or we're around here and you want to push it up, it's not a bad idea. If it does break above the weekly pivot, then that's good. Then that could push it forward. But this breakout is something that I like, okay? And here, as you can see, there is a nice clean breakout. 45.46 is 2,629 to 32. So if the market does get to 29, which is here, and 32, which is here, okay, if it does get down into here at a trading hour, it's not a bad idea to actually go long with it. On the weekly, we already know that we're in between zones here. If it breaks below that level, you need to understand that we've got potential to go into that 49, which we talked about, which is 2562, and that's at the lower end. Okay, 2562, as you can see, is down there. Okay, but that's on the weekly. So we'll see how that thing pans out. But anywhere in the trading hours, if we're dipping down, or if we're like back down here, let's say on these, or if the market stops swept, which we'd like to see, pushing up is not a bad idea. All right, so that's how it is. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, in a mid zone to go back up is looking okay. All right, like I said, if it breaks below that, don't stand in front of it. So euro dollar. Now with the euro dollar as well, remember we had Monday, which was there. We're on Wednesday now, so impulse wave, nice pennant. So pushing it down, I think, is the way to go. It's 41, 1.0514. So pushing it down from 1.0514, let's see, which is around there, is looking like what the market did. There's a bit of a gap here. If we come back up to the top of the pennant, okay, so if we come back up, selling again, I think is okay on this one. I think selling is the way to go. You can push it into the 27, and that Monday, following it into Thursday, Friday down may be legit. Okay, and also the trend is down. You can see impulse pennant, so we're just gonna standard formation, follow it down, and that's 1.0335, 0280. You can follow it down to 1.0335, let's say, into there maybe. All right, so if it does push down, that could be the way to go. Now, because we've got swing days coming up, okay, so following it into those swing days down is looking legitimate. If the market hangs around here on the next swing days, then from the tops again to sell down is also okay to do so. SP 500, let's take a look. Now with this one, we had this for a swing day. Okay, so this swing day turned out into a breakout, which is fine. And I did say we need to then, I think, wait on this one, I think. Yeah, because we had Monday and Tuesday. This is Monday and Tuesday, as you can see the market pushing up. So I did say this week is going to be a little important, simply because we've got stuff happening. And because of this breakout also yesterday, I did say buying is not a bad idea if you want to push it up, okay? And if you take a look at the swing hours, that's your swing hour yesterday happening right there. Okay, that was the line there. So the market pushes down. New York opening, I said, should be a bit volatile. And this is pre-trading session. Okay, so it's like 8:45 in the morning, and then the market dips down. It's the morning session afterwards, coming into here, and that's pretty much there, 6:30 my time, and this was the zone, 6:15 my time. All right, and then from here, as you can see, the market going up in there. I did say we've got this here, so going into there, I did say is logical. 68, which is that level there, so that's still on the cards. Going into that level is okay, and you can still do that. Okay, so the market's pushing upwards. I think that's the way to go. And also on the daily, that breakout is good. So if it does come back into that 67, which is 6,044, and you want to buy in there at the trading hour at 6,044, I think it's, it's okay to do so. If price meets trading hour, which is pretty much that daily pivot over here, okay, which is about 6,000, 45, 44, that's where it is, okay, there. So, yep, following this up is okay. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones always, not always, also was the same days. All the indices this week was the same, Monday or Tuesday, and then the next one coming up. Let's see what we have. Okay, so this was the zone yesterday, right? Market zone, price zone. Tuesday, market dipping in, doing the same thing. Look, as you can see the day from before as well. Boom, boom, and then a lift up. But on this one, Monday, that was the swing day. Tuesday is also Monday, Tuesday, remember? Now, will this Tuesday nearly made it to the target? It took one out, which was, we're still, as you can see, in this zone here, okay? So maybe the market's just waiting for the news for Friday to happen. But because today is not a swing day, if you went down on Monday and Tuesday, you really need to cover the trade. You should have covered the trade if you sold on Monday in any case, because it came all the way down here, and these were levels yesterday. And if the market does push up, if Tuesday now becomes a swing to push up, that needs to be expected, all right? If it does, where can we head up into? 71 is a target, 45, 150. So if you are going to go long, 45, 150 is something you're going to have to target. Okay, so it's good to have targets along. We can push it up here. It's a little tricky here with all the resistance levels, as you can see. Okay, I personally don't like to buy at the tops. I rather wait for the market to come down, close gaps, and then I'd like to go with the flow. But, it's up to you guys. From the tops, I normally sell on a swing day. If you want to wait for the Friday and that new non-farm payroll news, that's also legit, okay? Because, I don't know, from the tops, I prefer to sell. The trend is up, okay? So, while the trend is up, on a smaller time frame, if we come into a PST level, buying to continue to go up is not a problem, okay? Because you see, that's where the impulse wave is. Market comes back and just, can continue to do so, which is fine. When you're trading, I put a post up for gold yesterday on Twitter. When you're trading, mark your highs and lows, and when the market comes down, the trading hours can be long. So once you got your bias from the lows at the trading hour, you can go long. Same thing if your bias is to the short side. So this is a little bit tricky because on the one hand we're at the tops and the trend is going up, plus we're on the resistance level here, okay? Like I said, the market might be waiting for Friday. I'm not sure if I'd be trading this one. Okay, Monday, Tuesday wasn't such a bad idea because Monday they sold off, so selling again after the impulse was okay, and that's what they did. Okay, but now we're back where we started, okay? And because we're at the tops, it's a little tricky. Okay, maybe just stand on the sidelines for the Dow Jones. With Nasdaq on Monday, we had a breakout day, so I said don't sell this. If it pulls back into a good buy case, it's even buyable. But if you're not, you using the PST, then just leave it alone. Why? Because okay, on the PST, as you can see, you had that good buy case, and I said that's the target, and this would be a sell zone. I said if it comes here. Okay, so now we're in the middle of the week, so somewhere along the line we're going to get slapped down here. Okay, and that's a good push actually, right on a swing day. Nice breakout going up, and we're up here. Okay, and that's the target again, 66, 21,460 on the weekly. All right, so going into that direction. So there are, like I said, gaps here. I said this yesterday as well. I said yesterday if it comes down to trading hour and you want to push it up, you can do that, and that's about it. What you can do with this kind of thing is, because it's an impulse wave, sideways market, from the lows you can push up. And another thing you can look out for when you're in this kind of a setup, if the market is gone up and is going sideways, if it dips down first rather than going further higher, then buying is okay to push higher, because they're obviously targets. Okay, and this is what we've learned also in the technical analysis: impulse wave and the sideways motion. Before it goes up, if we're like making some kind of a like an A, B, C, or a sideways zigzag or whatever, you can buy the lows to push up, and that's exactly what's going on here, as you can see. So with the trading hours, if it does that again, like pulls back into the daily pivot, which is pretty much the high of yesterday, and it's a trading hour, going up is okay into that zone. But if we get up here first, then it's not a good idea. Why? Because it's already come to the targets, and you don't want to be buying at the targets. All right, so if we keep going up first, leave it alone. If it comes down to a trading hour and you want to go up, that's doable. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, we're not on a swing day yet, okay, but it is coming up, so let's check it out. All right, now with this Bitcoin, let's get forward. Now remember, I said technically we're in a zone here, okay, that I said if you want to buy, you need to buy on the lower end. Okay, other than that, this is a sell-off. This is a selling location, and we're at all-time highs. But this is a good setup because of the triangle. Okay, so we've got the triangle, as you can see. So from the lows here to push up is okay, to kind of like go up. And on the weekly, it's all-time high, but this is a bad place to be buying. It's a bad place to buy if you're buying and holding. All right, other than that though, if you're intraday trading, I did say selling the highs is a better option. Okay, and also the market's been selling Monday. We didn't have a swing day. The next swing day on this one is not yet, so check out your swing days. But this is how it is. That's your Sunday or Saturday, I think. Saturday was a swing day. Last week, swing days. So the market dipped down, and we've marked that green area where the market bought into it. Okay, so this is still legit to go up. This is okay to buy as a support. You need to make sure your stop loss is a bit lower, under the low of yesterday, if you're going to do an intraday trade. If you're not going to do an intraday trade, if you're a buyer and holder, I wouldn't buy and hold from here. The next place is to buy and hold. They have to be at least down here or down there if you're going to buy and hold. If you're intraday trading, we're a bit in the middle of nowhere. Yesterday, the only place to have bought was here, and that's basically it. So I would wait for the swing days on this one and let that happen, and then I think that's a better way to decide. Okay, because at the end of the day, Yeah, this is a little bit of a tricky word. All-time highs. If we were in the middle of levels, let's say the market had done an all-time high, let's say 110 or 20,000 or whatever, then following this up is okay because we're just following into the trend. But other than that, we're at all-time highs and it's going to get choppy here. So I'd wait for the swing day. If during the swing day we are down and you want to go up, you can. If at a swing day we're like up somewhere, like we do a 1, 2, 3 tap, then selling the high is going to be okay. But in the interim, we're like in between levels, and this is going to be a tricky spot for you to trade. If you're using the PST and you want to work on that to go to the 65, which is 99,198, 99,198 around here, that's also fine. Okay, so if you want to like push it upwards, but that's about it. So trading hours from the lows, you can go up if you want, but like I said, it's not a swing day. All right, this would be your zone. You come down here, close gap, and tip back up. Market can stop sweep, so you'll have to do it during trade hours, and that's about it. Okay. Should you trade at a swing hour from these levels? If you're going to put the stop loss just under this low to go up, let's say it's, I don't know, with a small with a smaller volume and a tight stop, maybe you can when you're following a trend. Other than that, though, I'm always looking for a decent place to get in, especially on a daily PST. Okay, so that 56 on a daily is 95,419. 95, which is pretty much there. Okay, which is pretty much your daily, which the market has done. Okay, but that's a high, that's a low, and that's in the middle of nowhere. So like I said, trading here is a little tricky. Okay.